Hello, welcome back. We are on section 2 of the Ultimate Facebook Live Guide, and this section we're going to be talking all about what you should be talking about in your Facebook Lives. This is one of my favorite things to talk about because I could talk all day. My mom used to say I could talk to a wall and have a conversation when I was young, so that's great. Okay, so that's the great thing about Facebook is you can get a little bit of interaction, so it does kind of help the conversation go. All right, so what are we going to talk about in our Facebook Lives? Some of my favorite kind of umbrella topics are behind the scenes. So something I like to do is maybe go to a house that I'm getting ready to list and do a behind the scenes Facebook Live of my photographer taking new photos. It kind of gives people an idea of what we do behind the scenes as agents. And then also it does kind of make the seller happy that you're still promoting their home. Another behind the scenes that I've done before is come with me to put out signs. I have a little holder in my car, so I just turn Facebook Live on so that way I have both hands on the wheel. And I just kind of talk as I drive, and I'm like, you know, this is something that a lot of people don't realize that realtors spend a lot of time doing, and that's going between listings and putting out signs. Whether those signs are a new listing sign, you know, like a whole sign in the yard, or if it's an open Sunday sign writer, or a sold, hopefully, sign writer, that kind of thing. I had a lot of people commenting on that video because they were just like, do you not have someone that does that for you? And I'm like, no, I do this myself. It's part of the job that I don't mind doing, that kind of thing. I've also done live walkthroughs where I'll grab someone from my office and have them hold the phone, and then they kind of just follow me as I go around the house. It's kind of like that show MTV Cribs, that kind of thing. I love to do that for new listings. Sometimes you could also do like a new listing competition, you know, that kind of thing. So that's always an idea. So behind the scenes is not necessarily my number one, but one of my favorite things to talk about. Another one that's real popular that I'm kind of like, because I feel like it's a little overdone, is the open house live. You could go, if you're going to do it right, what you should do is go in front of the house before the open house. I would say, like, if you do an open house on Saturday, Sunday, I would go Tuesday or Wednesday, record a live video in front of the house, kind of telling when you're going to be there, where you're at, that kind of thing. A little bit of the details of your open house, and just do a live in front of the house. That way, then you can also promote that with a Facebook ad to promote your open house. Then once you're at the open house, maybe walk them through the open house, remind people that you're there, and that it would be probably the best way that you could use an open house as a Facebook Live. I just see a ton of agents doing it. Also, something I really don't like is when people like basically only frame their face in the Facebook Live. You can't really see the house. I mean, you're there to sell the house, so why wouldn't you kind of, you know, hold it back or even have a selfie stick to where they can see more of the house? That's what it's all about. Also, don't just stand in one place. If you're promoting the house, walk around the house. Show them kind of the best feature. Always keep in mind your light source as well. You don't want to be walking down a dark hallway to go to bedrooms or something like that. People can't see you. They are totally going to jump off your video. Kind of a little side pro tip too is everybody likes a little bit of humor. Don't take yourself so seriously. You know, make a joke or two about, oh, I just almost tripped, or I love this bathroom, hopefully nobody's in the shower, you know, little things like that. People will think it's funny. They'll even give you like the laugh face interaction, which is also one of our goals, is getting people to interact. So at your Facebook Live with your open house, say, give me a thumbs up if you love this house, or, oh my gosh, what about these white kitchen cabinets? Like, give me a thumbs up if white cabinets is your favorite, you know, or give me a thumbs up if you want a house with a fireplace, or give me a heart if you like this, you know. And so that way you're really encouraging the interaction with your video. Another kind of pro tip for this is something I like to do is not give everything away. So that way, maybe you can still use it as a lead generator for you if you're going to do a Facebook Live before your open house. Excuse me, is maybe say, click the link below to get the address of where I'm at this weekend and kind of make it cutesy, but then you could still maybe be generating people's names and emails from the link below. Just a little pro tip, that's kind of the next level. If you're able to do that, that's awesome. I would definitely suggest doing that. Now, my favorite videos are buyer and seller tips. I feel like this is something that you can sit and have a conversation with your computer or your phone while you're doing this kind of live. It's also a really great way to give out super important information for free. And buyers and sellers really do appreciate that. I cannot tell you how many people I've had contact me and just say, we really appreciate all the information that you give out for free and don't ever expect anything in return. So like Gary Vaynerchuk would say, give, then ask. So I'm also setting myself up in this marketplace as an experienced and professional agent. I'm telling you, here are some great things, like top 5 things that you should ask your home inspector when you get your new home inspected. Or some of the other things that I've done are top 5 questions that you should ask the agent at the open house. Or, I'm drawing a blank now of all the things that, what is earnest money? Should I or should I not put a sign in the yard? Those are kind of the benefit of that. How long does a listing process take? What can I expect it to cost me? What is a title company? What do they do? Those are all great things to talk about during a Facebook Live. It also creates a lot of interaction. Something else that's really important to do is be asking your audience what else they would like to learn about and listen to them. If they are giving you a comment of something they want more information on, you need to be doing a Facebook Live ASAP with that. Because honestly, I ask that a lot. A lot of people leave me those comments of what they want to learn about. But when someone does, you better believe I'm jumping all over that to make sure I get it recorded soon. So in your workbook, page number 4, I believe, is this great little page where you can write out a bunch of ideas of what to talk about. I've started that list off for you, but I didn't want to give you all of the ideas because I do want you to make sure you take some time and invest some time in this and make it personal for you. Every location is different too. So think about some things that make your area significant. So for example, we live in Tornado Alley. So I might write something on there about tornado safety. When you're looking at your next home, what do you think about buying a house that doesn't have a basement? Some alternative ways to stay safe in a storm if you don't have a basement. Those are some great things to talk about, especially right now when it's spring. And you could probably get a lot of interaction on that. Love that idea. Another thing is when you're recording your videos, make sure that you're constantly interacting with your audience. And I mean constantly. They love to hear their name. Some people might not, but that's okay. Most people love to hear you give them a shout out. So when you see someone jump on live, I'm always like, hey, Adam, nice to see you. If I know that it's someone that doesn't live here, I'll say, oh, how's Texas? Hope everything's good there, that kind of thing. So make sure you're constantly interacting. My last kind of idea for you to talk about during your Facebook Live is questions and answers, which is kind of covered in the last one, but then also interviews. I love interviewing people because then you can piggyback not only off of your own audience, but off of their audience too. So you could potentially even double your views, which I love that. But then also just sharing content with another professional is a great way to develop better business contacts. So I love interviewing insurance agents, and I don't ever just stick with one person either. I'm more than happy to interview more than one people. That's kind of a big thing with title companies. I've done live Q&As with a lot of different title companies. I don't just stick, to one or two. Banks is another great area to interview. Landscape companies. looky here, another great list for you to use. Ooh, my light, it doesn't like it. It doesn't like it. Come back. Okay. Another great list for you to use, and go ahead and fill that sucker out because you will end up using all of these, I guarantee. Something though to also keep in mind when you're looking to interview people is make sure that you plan with them as well. A lot of people don't love Facebook Live. So I'm always like, don't worry. I know you're going to be nervous, but I'll carry you through the interview. I'll be asking you questions and give them the questions ahead of time so that way they can be prepared for what you're going to ask. And once they get going, I guarantee within a minute of doing the video, they relax. You know, they kind of see, you know, what it's like and get a feel for, you know, it's really not that bad. It's not that scary. You're alone in the room. It's only the people online that are seeing you. Once they get that kind of figured out, they will definitely calm down. I will say that I would highly suggest doing the other Facebook Lives before you start doing the interviews. For one thing, these are content-rich videos. So you want to make sure that you have enough experience under your belt to be able to help carry that video because like I said, they will be nervous. Another thing is that you want to really have some of those intros and outros that you're doing with your lives kind of down pat because it really just makes you look more professional. So at the end of my videos, you know, I always say, thanks so much for watching Ask the Agent. I'm so excited you're here. Don't forget, you can always hit subscribe here at the bottom. Leave a comment. I would love it if you left me a heart or a smiley face or a thumbs up even. So I'm really getting those interactions. But I'm saying the same thing at the end of every video. And at the end of every video, I also say, don't forget, you can always catch Ask the Agent every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 a.m. And so that's also another great reason why you should do it consistently is people start to expect it. Now Facebook has this great thing that they can be notified on their phone when you go live. They can also subscribe to where if you do like a watch party or something like that, it'll notify them as well. So I would suggest, you know, doing some of those other Facebook Lives that we talked about first, the open houses, the behind the scenes, the just Q&As before doing your interview ones, just to get a little bit more experience and get a little bit more comfortable. But those interview Facebook Lives have always been some of my #1 watched videos. And I just love involving other people in my community with it too. So there you go. That was section number 2. I can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye.